Tamara Tamu here, bringing you another impromptu live on the Unleashed Alchemy YouTube channel. On this platform, we talk about going against the grain to bring the unseen into the seen. So here's the message that I wanted to bring to you really, really quick. I was inspired to do this now. So, what I want to remind everyone that when you step into your God identity, when you step into your I am power, when you are reacquainted with it, when you have said, this is who I am, this is the identity that I go forth in my life in all aspects. This is how I operate. This is my operating system as a cosmic being of higher consciousness, as a cosmic being of God consciousness. God is consciousness, infinite intelligent consciousness. This is how I live. That does not equate to being relatable. It does not equate to being relatable. Why do I say this? Because what I am noticing is that there are so many people who are being shown who they truly are. They're being shown through, whether it's through meditation, whether it's during ritual, whether it's a result from a ritual, result from a spell, a result from a prayer. They're being shown this is who you are, but a lot of people are rejecting that because of how they think that they are going to appear to other people. So many people are still afraid of being looked at as delusional, as freakish. And I don't mean that in a good way. I mean the negative side of being freaky. Um, they are worried about people looking at them weird or sounding evil or demonic, or they don't want to be deemed as someone who's now practicing witchcraft, whatever. So many people are stopping themselves from allowing that true identity to be expressed. For many of you, you know that the veil between the unseen and the seen is lifted, has been lifted. It is now lifted. And you high and you are ready to live that sovereign life of pure divinity so that you can experience enchantments, and you are allowing fear to keep you from doing that. You are allowing fear to keep you in a space where you feel like, well, I can't really express, I can't really allow my I am power to be expressed because I want to relate to everybody. That is not what you're here for. You're not here to relate to everybody. And I'm going to tell you right now that I'm here with my family, so you may hear some noise in the background, but I just wanted to come over real quick. So I'm going to keep talking for as long as I can, and then I'm going to have to bounce off. But anyway, you are not here. That is not your purpose, to be relatable. And let me give you some examples. So when you step into that I am power, when you step into that God power, your sovereign, your divinity, your conversation about every single part of life is going to change. You are not going to be able to sit in those conversation staples, as I like to call them. You're not going to be able to have those types of conversations anymore. For example, a conversation staple is this: oh, well, it just seems like the world is going to shambles. Oh, it just seems as if the world is going straight to shit. Oh, it just seems like the world is just terrible. Well, guess what? You, as a sovereign, divine being, your perspective is not, you're not going to be viewing the world in that lens anymore. Because you are sovereign, you are going to be, and it doesn't mean that you are neglecting or ignoring what's happening. It doesn't mean that you are in some sort of denial state about what you see. No, no, no. You are viewing it from another lens. You are viewing it as an opportunity for that I am power to be fully expressed through you. So for you to sit and have a conversation about how the world is turning into shit, that is not going to be soul aligned for you anymore. And guess what? Because of that, because a lot of people are having those conversations because they're trying to be relatable, you may come across as as not being relatable. You may very well come across as being cold. Okay? You are going to be viewed as someone who may be aloof from, in your emotions. You may be looked at as, oh my God, this person doesn't seem to care. They seem too calm in what appears to be chaos. Well, guess what? That's what happens when you have taken your throne. That's what happens when you say, I can call forth what I desire to see. It first starts in your life, and then, of course, it's going to positively affect what you see outside of you, what you see in your external environment. I'll give you another example. For for example, let's talk about money. Well, one of the conversation staples that we see or that we hear about money is, oh, it looks like the economy is bad. Well, as a sovereign being, whose economy are we talking about? I'm not talking about my economy because I create my own economy. I sit on my throne. I create my own economy. Therefore, it positively affects those that I love and care about. It positively affects my lineage. So, no, I'm not viewing the economy as bad. The economy is not bad for me because I am infinite intelligence. Well, guess what? If you are embracing your role as infinite intelligence and you're sitting around listening to people talk about how bad the economy is, and then here it comes your turn to speak and you say, well, I create my own economy, guess what? You're not going to be viewed as relatable. But who cares? That's not your role as a divine being, as a sovereign being. Let's take another example that we can all relate to: relationships. If you are a sovereign being and you are, and I'm talking about romantic relationships here, and if you are desiring, because you know this is what you deserve, you're desiring to be in a loving, luscious, lavish, romantic, sensual relationship with another sovereign being, with another being that knows that they are divine. You can no longer be a part of conversations. You're not going to be able to relate to conversations that involve the following. Oh, well, it's really hard to date. The dating pool is this, or the dating pool is that, blah, 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 blah. That no longer applies to you because now you're looking at your dating life through the lens of a divine cosmic being. Okay? So, those are three examples. Like I said, I just wanted to be on here real quick. Those are three examples that I wanted to share with you to hit home that, and perhaps I'll do a full video on this more, but I just wanted to get this message out today. But those three examples show you that you are not here to be relatable. You're here to be sovereign. You are here to express sovereignty. You're here to express divinity. You are here to express goddess consciousness, God power. Okay, so your conversation is going to be totally different. You're going to exist and move in a certain way that is different. It is not relatable. So stop allowing your ego to tell you, well, if you start speaking like that, people are not going to be able to relate to you anymore. So be it. So be it. All right. So I wanted to share that with you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments for me. Hi, I'm not trying to ignore all of you guys. I just wanted to get this message out before it gets too loud in my environment. So thank you all for being here. Thank you to those of you that liked the video already. All right. So what I was going to say before I go is, if you have any questions for me about this topic, or you have an idea of how you like to how you'd like for us to elaborate on this so we can talk about it more, leave me some ideas in the comments. Also, too, if you are looking for one-on-one support in your spiritual odyssey, book a complimentary call with me so that we can talk about how I can support you and what your most pressing needs are. All right, so we can tailor the sessions really closely to what you need. I have a process that I take people through, but it is according to what you need in the moment. All right. So, also, don't forget the Unleashed Alchemy Magic School is still open for enrollment. All right. The links for those will be in the description box of the video. All right. Until next time, cheers.